it's Melissa from Little Kosher Lunch. It is Friday and I just got back from my Mommy and Me Shabbat class that I attend with my 18-month-old at our temple. And it's a really nice way to sort of start my morning with her. And now we're home, she's napping, and I'm getting things set up for Shabbat dinner tonight. I have recently seen some other people's videos about how they host Shabbat dinner, and it made me reevaluate, what do we do, and do we do a fancy enough Shabbat, and is what we do normal? So I thought it would be useful or interesting to share with you what our Shabbat table typically looks like, how we do Shabbat with young children, and some tips or just information from me about what is important for us so that you can maybe consider doing Shabbat with your family or maybe take the pressure off yourself. So firstly, it does help me if I can get some things organized in advance for Shabbat dinner. So we're not in the dining room tonight, it's just our little family doing early baby hour dinner. I'm setting the table today with our Shabbat candlesticks. These are just normal candlesticks, but I can link some resources below to find more elaborate or Judaica type candlesticks. These work. Votive candles work, and then I've picked up for the girls, we get grape juice for them, which is now a treat that they really look forward to. The baby calls it wine, whatever. This is wine for my husband and I. So candles get a blessing, wine and juice will get a blessing, and then the third ingredient for Shabbat is your challah, which wonderfully my daughter brings home from school every Friday. So this is the challah on a little mat with a challah cover. And again, you don't have to have anything fancy. You can even get challah at the store or a frozen challah if you are not a challah baker yourself. And these are great. This is what I grew up on, and they were plenty good and baked in the family's oven, so it felt like fresh made. So for us, Shabbat is a time to just regroup as a family, to have dinner all together if possible, to relax, and if possible to have a meal that everyone really looks forward to. That could be a lot of different things. That could be Chinese takeout if you're a busy family. It could be lamb chops if you're married to me, which you're getting lamb chops tonight. And if you want to cater to your children and really make it special for them, you know, think of foods that they enjoy and will look forward to. And I think that that really is the secret ingredient for our family, is to make it like a great dinner experience that we're looking forward to. What I look forward to is a lot of butter with my challah. So that is going to be on the table tonight, and that's one of my favorite things about Shabbat is challah and butter. The next tip I wanted to share with you is that you need to make it work for your family. And since we're Reformed Jews, we are not super strict, and we really adapt to work with what we're dealing with, which is young children. So we have Shabbat dinner quite early. We do like a 4:30 or 5 o'clock dinner. I get all the things out that I can to really engage the kids. So I have a Shabbat set here that we got as a hand-me-down. This is a great investment, or something that maybe you've seen at your school, but my girls love it. And as we're getting ready for Shabbat, it's no problem to lure them over to the table because they can do their own Shabbat right here, or they can help mommy lighting the real candles. It just depends on how they're feeling. This baby has Shabbat every Friday night. She loves Shabbat. The other tip I wanted to share with you that I actually learned about at Mommy and Me is that not everybody knows the blessings, and sometimes people feel insecure. You can grab a CD. This is one from one of our music teachers at school, and it's a Shabbat CD with all the songs and the 3 blessings. You can also go online and I'm sure find the blessings there. When I was growing up, my mother was not raised Jewish, and so we actually had a cassette tape at our Shabbat table where in those early years of my childhood, my parents were singing along with the cassette tape because the melodies were not familiar or what have you, and it helped them. And I think that's great and fine. Lastly, you do what you enjoy for your Shabbat dinner. So I know some families, they like to sing, or they play music, or they play board games after dinner. In my family growing up, the dogs participated in Shabbat and they howled all through the blessings until they got their piece of challah, and it was a joke in the family that these were Jewish dogs. So I hope that you can find a way to make it your own and to feel comfortable. You don't need to have special equipment, although if you want to invest in some beautiful objects, there's great Judaica gift shops, or the museum shops have some great things. So those are a few ideas. Definitely give me some feedback on how you do Shabbat with your family. Do you host people? Do you never do Shabbat? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Please give this a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you'd like to hear more from me soon. Take care and Shabbat Shalom.